WWE Smackdown comes live this week from the United Kingdom. What will happen? Will NXT invade Smackdown one more time? Stay tuned to find out. Hey guys, what's going on? Nick Swettenham here, that's NICK-SWETTENHAM with your Smackdown review for NXT Wrestling. Right, I'm on the road only simply because I'm working this morning. I've watched the show, but haven't had time to set up to actually record it and film it from home. However, we are where we are, and tonight, SmackDown came from the United Kingdom, my home turf. I'm a Londoner, but it came from Manchester, which is another great city, especially for its music. And we kicked off with King Corbin coming out, cutting a promo. Now Baron came out, he came talking about Roman Reigns, how he's not the big dog anymore, how he's not a locker room leader, how he's lost support, how he essentially is running scared. His testicles have shriveled up to the size of marbles. I was hoping he was going to say raisins, but he said marbles. And that we should all be getting our dog poo bags out tonight after the match to scrape off his excrements, plural. Now, obviously, we know excrements, plural, is not very good grammar, but at the same time, I've got to say, Baron Corbin, man, look, do you legitimately hate Baron Corbin? A lot of you legitimately do. He has X-Puck type heat. If you hate Baron Corbin, that's great. We don't have enough proper heels in the company at the moment. We have heels that are cool that we love to hate. With Corbin, he's just a dick and you love to hate him. So look, good promo to kick off the night. We then had a quick promo in the back with the New Day talking about their title match tonight. As it always is, always fun, Biggie, always comical, and these guys look positive and ready to go. We then had the match, the Revival versus the New Day. Now, look, what they did in this match was fine. The moves they did, the pacing, I really enjoyed. The problem was, it was too short. The New Day won within, 5 minutes, I think it was? 5-6 minutes? It wasn't that long, and I feel that this should have been an epic match for the tag team titles. It should have been like a 15-minute match, maybe even longer, and we really thought, who was going to win this? It, to me, was a bit of a flop in the end. The actual wrestling, like I said, was okay. But, with a big title match on SmackDown, on Fox, trying to give it a sports feel, it should have been bigger than this. Two little things in the back now. Shorty G chatting to Roman Reigns, obviously basically telling him about what Baron Corbin said about him earlier. But that's not the big thing. The big thing was Daniel Bryan and Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn essentially telling Bryan that, he would be so much better with him as a manager and together they would be unstoppable. He told him to come out to the ring tonight to watch the tag team match between Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro, taking on Shorty G and Ali, and to make his mind up. He says he knows he's conflicted, and as you can tell, Daniel Bryan is conflicted in this, but we shall see how we go for the rest of the night and see what developments do happen as the night progresses. Okay, Heavy Machinery comes out for their match. We don't know who against, but then all of a sudden get blindsided by Imperium and Walter coming out. It wasn't a very long segment. Imperium from NXT came out, assaulted Heavy Machinery, and then the New Day came out for the save. The crowd, I don't think the crowd were particularly hot tonight in general, but they did get a little Walter chant going, and obviously an NXT chant. NXT very, very popular tonight with the crowd. A Bayley promo backstage with Sasha Banks next, saying how that she's been overlooked all her life, saying that, it was her and Sasha Banks who put NXT on the map, and that these new girls will always be living in their shadow. So look, good promo from Bayley and Sasha Banks, building Bayley as a heel, and we will see them very, very soon in the match between Sasha Banks and Nikki Cross. Right, we now had this tag team match between Shorty G, Ali taking on Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura with, of course, Sami Zayn in their corner and Daniel Bryan coming out to the entranceway to watch the match. Now, look, it was a decent pace. There was a bit of a weird spot. Cesaro catched Ali in a crossbody and then slammed him, and Michael Cole made the biggest deal out of this ever. It was amazing. It's like, we see this stuff all the time. I mean, Ali's not a big guy particularly, and Cesaro, as they always say, is one of the strongest guys in WWE, so I thought it was a bit overblown. The main story here, though, wasn't the match. I mean, the match was okay, but the main thing was the Sami Zayn interference and distractions causing Nakamura and Cesaro to win. Hence, Sami Zayn would be a good asset for Daniel Bryan, or morally, is Sami Zayn's morals obviously so loose, Daniel Bryan doesn't want to do that stuff anymore. That's the reason he wouldn't join them. So we're still conflicted with Daniel Bryan. No resolution to this subject so far. Up next, of course, we had Sasha Banks making her in-ring return, taking on Nikki Cross with Bayley on commentary. Now, a few things to point out here. Sasha had some new entrance music, which was more like a remix of a Raw one, but was still pretty good. We then had the match. In this match as well, this was not just about getting Sasha over again and getting her back into her stride, but also about carrying on this rivalry with Nikki Cross and Bayley, and also with Bayley on commentary explaining more about why she has turned on the fans, her justification for this. Nikki Cross attacked Bayley at the commentary desk. Sasha Banks won with the Banks statement, and then we had Bayley coming into the ring, attacking Nikki Cross after the match. Now, then Shayna Baszler from NXT came out, got a great little pop, came out, attacked Bayley, and then by the time Sasha Banks had come into the ring to save her, she'd already done her business and was out of the ring. So just carrying on this NXT triple threat feud going into Survivor Series. Right. Very interesting now. We had Sami Zayn and Daniel Bryan in the back talking about this potential partnership. Then, however, the lights went out and the Fiend turned up in the backstage area. Sami Zayn hightailed it. He attacked Daniel Bryan, laughing his ass off. And this is obviously going to set up a Daniel Bryan Fiend feud for the WWE title, which I hope it does. I'm assuming Daniel Bryan will now be going face. But who knows? Maybe the Fiend's going to go face and Daniel Bryan is going to go with Sami Zayn to try and help him beat the Fiend. Tyson Fury out now, guys, to a huge pop. Obviously, he's a hometown boy from Manchester. Came out saying that he had some great fights in his life, some tough fights. One of them against Braun Strowman being one of the toughest ones he's ever had, which is always quite funny considering his wrestling. And then Braun Strowman, of course, came out. They shook hands, said that they'd like to be in the ring again together, but this time as a tag team. Braun Strowman then said, well, that would be a great idea, but no one would be stupid enough to get into the ring with us. And then, of course, the B team came out, which, look, this was quite entertaining. It's only meant to be what it was. The B team came out. They were quite funny. They got obviously obliterated by the two. Tyson Fury and Braun Strowman are obviously going to be partnering up at some point in the future to take on a tag team. Personally, the AOP would be my choice. Okay, now, Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, Fire and Desire, taking on the team of Carmella and Dana Brooke. Now, not much to say about this match, apart from it's a spot to see who will get into the Survivor Series team for SmackDown. I've got to say, man, Dana Brooke, if they can sort her mic skills out, she looks great. She's pretty hot, looks good. And also, in the ring now, she's getting really damn good. She's not bad. I think Dana Brooke could be a really up-and-coming star now. I think if they can get her on the mic better, give her a bit of a better character, Dana Brooke could be one of the top women on the main roster. Okay, guys, finally tonight, our main event of the evening. And we had Roman Reigns, of course, taking on Baron Corbin. Now, look, this match was actually not bad. I think the problem is really crowd investment. How much do people really care? I mean, they loved it when Reigns came out. Obviously, the mood does change when he comes out. They had a good match. The main thing here was with Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler getting involved, causing a distraction, allowing Baron Corbin, to get the victory. So Corbin gets a victory over Roman Reigns. This will carry on the rivalry between the two. I like the fact he won. I assume they're going to do a dark match after this to keep the fans happy and make sure they go home without that kind of heel aura going with them afterwards. But hey, look, guys. Baron got the victory. They're going to continue this rivalry going into Survivor Series and probably beyond. I'd assume some kind of, maybe they could even be on the same team. And that could cause some controversy, almost like the wild card back in 1995. So look, SmackDown tonight was, it was okay. I just think the matches weren't long enough. I think the tag team match should have been longer and got more time. I really do think that, SmackDown is not living up to his potential. I personally think they need a general manager in there, a big figure, personally I would bring Stone Cold back, man. Just get Stone Cold as a general manager for SmackDown. Imagine every week Stone Cold coming out as a GM. He can get people over. He can be the manager. And I know it's like, oh yeah, well, it's going back to old people, but he's not wrestling. He's not gonna, He's not going to not get anyone over. He will make sure he gets people over. But as a GM, someone like Stone Cold, even Edge, just someone who is going to come back and be some kind of authority figure with some credibility and some wisdom. Okay, guys, now, thanks for watching the video. Please do comment below. Of course, like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you tomorrow for the Full Gear review for AEW. We've got, of course, Jon Moxley taking on Kenny Omega, and of course the big match, Cody Rhodes taking on Le Champion Chris Jericho for the AEW heavyweight title. So we'll see you soon.